Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL prediction segment, I'm going to be giving you my preview and analysis for the 2019-2020 AFC Divisional matchup, which pits the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this has potential to be a really good game, be a dandy. I think Baltimore had entered the game, I believe, like around a 9.5-point favorite against the Titans. I'm going to take Baltimore in this one in a fairly tight game. I think they're going to win by around 10 points. It won't be maybe decisive, but it's going to be competitive. But I don't think they're going to annihilate the Tennessee Titans. Baltimore, they may not have that ravenous defense they had in previous years, but they are, they have been phenomenal. There's not enough superlatives to say about Baltimore. They have won 12 consecutive games. Their point differential is plus like 249. It is off the charts. They're just dominating teams. They have the week off, and some teams it could be to their detriment. It's more beneficial to others. We're going to find out in this game whether it was or not, and however it went, and however it's going to impact them. But Baltimore, looking at Baltimore and the Titans, these teams are, it is, looking at the numbers, it has the makings to be a competitive game. Baltimore finishes season #1 in rushing yards per game by a good margin. Tennessee right now is #3 in rushing yards per game. Running back Derrick Henry has really, he's been phenomenal, and his impact has been prodigious, to say the least, for the Titans. He had to have been like over half of the offense in terms of yardage amassed on offense last week for the Tennessee Titans. Baltimore, again, has won 12 consecutive games. They've seemed everything but invincible. But the Titans are 8-3 in their last 11. Baltimore finished #1 in scoring offense, averaging about 33 points per game. The Titans have averaged about 25 per game. But over that last 10 games or so, the regular season, that they had been averaging more closer to 30, I believe. So the Tennessee Titans offense over this second half of the season has really been on a roll, and they threatened to give the Baltimore Ravens a very big challenge and a run for their money in this one. The Tennessee Titans red zone offense finished #1 in the NFL this season, but Baltimore right behind #2. The Titans were like 28 out of 32 in terms of the red zone touchdowns. Now, based on 32 times, the last at the beginning of that, or in that sometime, I believe it was in that first half of that Patriots Titans game, that last game they played, the Titans, they had 28. If my understanding is correct, they had 28 touchdowns in 32 times they were inside the red zone. That's almost historical proportions. This Titans team, and that Derrick Henry, there's not enough superlatives to say about him. He is a beast. If Derrick Henry gets at least 100 yards in this game, they have a chance to win. It's not completely inconceivable that the Titans can win this game. But one of the things that concerns me, though, is that the Baltimore Ravens did finish #1 in time of possession. The Titans finished #28. The last time these two teams played each other, Baltimore pretty much had their way against the Titans. They dismantled the Titans 21-0. But the thing is, though, the Titans and Ravens had actually flip-flopped the last 6 games. One winning one winning the other. Baltimore winning the game, the last game. The Titans obviously are going to be seeking retribution in this one. It should be a very good game. But I think looking at this, what concerns me too, the Titans, again, finished #20 in time of possession. I think it's going to level out in this game, because the Titans understand they have to try to do what they can to control time of possession and keep the ball out of Lamar Jackson and company's hands. But looking at this as well, the Baltimore Ravens are a sensation. They're a great home team, 7-1 at home this season. Counting that postseason game against the Pats, Tennessee 6-3 on the road. And I want to give some props in this preview video. I want to give some props to some of the offensive line of the Tennessee Titans, because a lot of times they don't get the accolades they deserve. Center Ben Jones, Roger Saffold, and right guard, I believe it's Nate Davis. They have been stellar this season in creating those openings for running back Derrick Henry, and they have obviously played an integral role in the Titans' recent success. Now, this is a game too. We're looking at the takeaways. Baltimore finished the season 25 takeaways, the Titans 23. I think part of the difference in this game is the fact that the Titans' run defense is near the middle of the pack, and I don't know if they're going to be able to contain Lamar Jackson and the running game of the Baltimore Ravens. And again, Baltimore finds a way to obviously more often than not win the time of possession battle, and if they do that, they will likely win this game. The Titans have also they allowed 56 sacks this season. So it's going to be imperative to protect Ryan Tannehill at all costs. There may be some screen passes he might have to throw to avoid the pass rush of the Baltimore Ravens. But if Derrick Henry can play the way he's played over the second half of the season, especially, Derrick Henry has close to 200 yards rushing over the last 2 games. If he even gets 100 yards, they do have at least an even chance of winning this. But I think the main problem for the Titans in this one is going to be finding a way to contain the running game of the Baltimore Ravens. I think that might be exploited in this particular game. The Titans had given up some big plays to the Patriots last game, even though they did win. The Titans won the game, granted, but they did it against a depleted Patriots team, and a team that had a somewhat debilitated Tom Brady. So anyway, I do think of the Baltimore Ravens, and I just don't know if the Titans can keep up with the Baltimore Ravens as far as on the offensive end. I think the Titans will run the ball effectively enough to keep this game close and level that time of possession. But given that the Baltimore Ravens, their offense is a little bit better than the Titans, coupled with the fact that the Baltimore Ravens actually have a better run defense than the Titans, Baltimore may be able to contain Derrick Henry, but I don't think they're going to be able to do the same against Baltimore. Tennessee probably won't be able to do the same against Baltimore. And Baltimore overall, their running game is a little bit better than the Titans right now. For these reasons, I do like Baltimore to win this one. I think by like 10 points in this game. I wouldn't be flabbergasted or be in a state of shock if the Tennessee Titans actually prevailed. But I'm going to take Baltimore to win this one, a fairly competitive battle at home. Anyway, people, this is Edwin Learnard. Until next time, stay well.